Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. This is Marita, one who catches lightning with the path of Ish. And this is a perfect day to be on here talking about the Mayan calendar because it is our day. IX is Ish, and it is the day of the Jaguar. So, if you're new watching this, again, my name is Marita, one who catches lightning as people start to join. I come from a lineage of Zapotec and Olmec. I've been taught since birth through those lineages in curanderismo. I've been taught, also been adopted, taken in and taught by other amazing humans and teachers and curanderos and who are Lakota, Hopi, and Apache. So all my life I have been trained and studying many things from many people. And so I come to you to share. I have been asked from the elders and my teachers to get this knowledge out there to share. So this is one of the ways that I am doing so, is sharing the energías of the day in relationship to the Mayan calendar. The reason that I share about the Mayan calendar is that the relationship with the cosmovision, or the one that I was taught to have, is very different from the relationship that I think is taught with astrology. And this is really about not just a knowing up here, but of building a relationship with the nahuales and the relationship with the tones as they move and shift over and over around in a circle. So just even the idea of circleness allows us to bring in relationships, right? Versus kind of the Western thought idea of, I'm going to tick all my boxes in my day. I did my astrology, I did this. Nothing comes and becomes part of you, and you just move on through your day as quickly as possible. And this is really about, how can I learn to build relationships, alliances with the energies of this world, of this dimension and of other dimensions, to live a more complete life, to learn from them. So today, one of our favorite days over here is, of course, the day of the Jaguar, Ish, I-X. That's what my path of Ish stands for. And in celebrating that day, we're celebrating really the ability of this amazing animal, creature, its creatureness, to be able to navigate places that humans cannot. So why would you want to learn from Jaguar? This is one of the reasons. When you're in a deep jungle, right? Humans might not, even those who live in jungles, might not be able to navigate as well as a jaguar. So Jaguar teaches us how to navigate through the jungles that we create in our mind, in our energy fields, in our creations of reality. And it's really an amazing Nagual to teach you about yourself. And that's what we do over at the Path of Ish. We teach you about how to be more you. And that's what Jaguar allows us. There's this story, mythology, and this is why the Path of Ish is called the Path of Ish, is that in our lifetime, there are parts of ourselves that get scared. They don't reach fulfillment, right? Why do we have many lifetimes? Because we haven't learned or completed a lesson. And that part of us that got scared in that lifetime runs up like a scared cat into a tree. And so it is our job to sing it back down. And that is what we do at the Path of Ish. We learn how to do this, right? And I have a class about to start in September. #Jaguar if you're interested in starting a 6 to 12 month walk around the circle with the Mayan calendar, with the directions, and with multiple teachings of multiple people. So Jaguar is calling us, right? I have people all the time who are like, I just dreamt of Jaguar. What does that mean? That means apply. #Jaguar. But Jaguar is calling us because it means that we are ready to face those parts of ourselves that we haven't been able to face. And what are those parts? And this is the thing, without judgment. right? Are you ready to face really your fears, your wants, your desires, your needs, all of those things? And can you look at them neutrally, as neutrally as possible, knowing our trauma, our drama, our perspective, everything that's created our environments, not just ours, but that we've inherited either our karma or someone else's, picked them up on the way or through our lineage. And can we finally see? Can we finally sit with all parts of ourselves, even those up in the tree, sing them down, and bring as much unity between and cohesiveness between our mind, our body, and our essence? Today is an amazing day because the tone of 6 brings stability. And that stability is a stability from practicality, right? It's great to be able to talk about these big ideas. A lot of people like to talk about big ideas and we're out in the cosmos, but there's a practical way of being able to introduce these concepts and not just let them be information, but become knowledge, and one day maybe be able to walk the path of wisdom. I'm going to do that again. We have an opportunity to go from information, right? Things data that we collect, knowledge gets into our body. Wisdom is the unification of our body, our mind, our knowledge, our information, as it works itself out into wisdom. And Jaguar invites us to that. The number 6 creates the stability of practices, daily rituals that allow us to create this link right here in a very practical way instead of getting stuck in information. Now, beautiful mind, I love you, right? And we should not throw the mind as the only away as this thing that we can control. How can we work with it? How can we understand how it works and work with it and think it, integrate it into the knowledge of beingness in this vessel? And then with the essence, walk a path of wisdom. So today we're going to do a small little meditation where we will, again, the meditation is the nebulous thing. We're going to be practical because I'm going to teach you. We do this all the time when we're on here, taking our 3 breaths for our mind, our body, and our essence. We're going to invite Jaguar, right, after we've asked Mother Earth to hold us, so you can get to know Jaguar. So you can start developing a relationship with Jaguar. So sometimes that relationship starts with observation. You see how Jaguar moves, how it walks, how it looks, how it navigates, how it rests, how it sleeps and moves through space, right? 4 feet on the ground versus you being a human. So the mechanics of a jaguar, right? Not just the spirit, the mechanics, the practicality, we're bringing practicality of how a jaguar moves gives you a lot of information. The coat of the jaguar gives you a lot of information about safety, security, and boundaries, right? Oh, the way the jaguar interacts with space gives you a lot of information of how to interact with space and with other creatures and with other beings. So we're going to keep this practical today, right? We got to breathe, so we're going to take 3 breaths. Very practical. There's the practical aspect, right? There's the information aspect. The information then brings knowledge because we're connecting our mind and our body and getting into our body. And then the wisdom is coming through as we observe, right? And wisdom takes a longer time. It's not going to happen right now, but maybe you can start a dialogue with it. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take a little walk with the path of Jaguar, of Ish. Okay, here we go. Rub your hands together. Very practical. Why are we doing this? We are creating a touch feel sensation. We're also creating heat. Heat activates things, right? Chemical reaction. So by this, we're starting this. We are informing our body, our mind, and our essence that we're about to start something. Okay. Well, that's feeling good. Bring it to your heart space. If you want to put your heart in your belly, that's fine. Wherever is good. And then we will begin our 3 breaths. Please stay in your energy. I will stay in mine. We will breathe in and out through the nose. Why are we doing this practically? It affects our vagus nerve. It calms us down, right? So here's the practicality of what we're doing. So let us start together. In and out through the nose. Inviting our mind into this time and to this place. In and out through the nose, inviting our body into this time, into this space. In and out through the nose, inviting our essence into this time, into this space. And now that all 3 have been invited, and if this is the first time you've ever invited your parts in, just know it might be their first invitation, so they might have to get used to you. The next step, right, if you can get that far, for those of you who have already done this and know how to do this, we invite them into the center of our hearts, our heart center, to sit around in a beautiful little circle, just like if you were sitting around in a sweat lodge or sitting around a fire. And this is where we learn. This is where things and stories are taught and traditions are handed down in a circle. So imagine your little part sitting down there, you too, right? And then we're going to humbly approach Mother Earth with that which we are in our heart of hearts and ask her for a root. We're not drilling down. We're not colonizers. We are living in relationship with Mother Earth, saying, we are your children, we come. For you know how to create in this time, dimension, and space, and unify all. Please give us a root, that to which we have earned. And we earn that root based on our relationship with Mother Earth. And this is not a concept. This can be very practical. Are you recycling? Are you picking up trash and litter? Are you doing your best to give back to Mother Earth, right? I'm not telling people to be something. I'm saying look at your relationship. How are you contributing back to the thing that you consume, right? Are you planting, trees and flowers for the pollinators to help the bees, right? Are you not spraying, right? Are you trying to buy organic if it's accessible to you, right? If it's accessible. But there's small ways also that you can have a connection with Mother Earth. Before you pick anything from her or take anything from her, do you ask permission from her and the other kingdoms? Before you pick up a rock, do you ask for permission from the mineral kingdom? Before you cut rosemary, do you present yourself, give a gift of song, tobacco, letting the rosemary know and asking it if you can harvest it? This is not a concept. This is a practical relationship, and these are small ways of connecting to Mother Earth. So with that, return back to your heart center. Keep breathing. And allow that root to which you have earned. And don't judge it. Just be like, oh, okay, this is good. It should fit you better. Right? And I won't go into more teachings about that. And you accept that root, then we humbly approach. Right? And this humility does not have martyrdom in it. This is humility in a First Nation way. We are no greater or lesser than any being. So we humbly approach Jaguar with that kind of humility. That humility of self-worth, self-love. And ask Ish, Jaguar, to teach us today what it wants to teach us. And maybe that teaching is just how a jaguar moves, the mechanics of its body versus your human body as it navigates time, dimension, and space. Maybe Jaguar's here to welcome you on the path of Ish. Maybe Jaguar's here to start teaching you how to see things differently. Jaguars are the spirits that move between time, dimension, and space. Keep breathing, keep believing, and let that lesson be as practical as it needs to be today, as that tone of 6 brings in that practicality, that grounding of information into our bodies. So it's not just information, but it's becoming knowledge. Beautiful. Everyone's doing beautiful. And now with that, let's take a moment more to be in your circleness with your body, your mind, and your essence, learning each of them from Jaguar. What is the mind going to learn today from the tone of 6 and Jaguar? What is the body going to learn today from the tone of 6 and Jaguar? What is the essence here to learn today with the tone of 6 and Jaguar? We're going to add one more thing. We're going to add the trecena that we're in that is represented with fire and water. We've been talking all this week about balance, that space between fire and water, how things do not have to be opposites. They can work together and rise, just like steam. So with that, okay, you want to stay a little bit longer, just a tad minute longer, just a little bit more. Keep breathing in and out through your nose as you allow these energies to teach you about being. Okay, good. That's enough for now. So now, with gratitude and thanks, we release the trecena muluk, fire and water. We release the tone of 6, practicality. We release Jaguar, Ish. Stay in your heart center. You still got Mother Earth holding you. And now we thank Mother Earth with gratitude and thanksgiving for holding us. And we release that root and let it go back to Mother Earth. You still have your 3 parts in circle. So we thank circleness for holding us, all parts of ourself. That's what circle does. It holds parts, all parts. Now we're going to take 3 breaths in and out through the nose and give gratitude and thanks to you. First one together, in and out through the nose. And thank your essence for being here in this time, in this space. Just you imagine your essence just going back to where it likes to hang out, right? Coming out of the circle. In and out through the nose. We thank your body for being in this time, this space. So just imagine your little body walking out of the circle, out of the ceremonial circle, and just coming back to you. In and out through the nose, and we thank the mind. So just imagine the mind coming out of your ceremonial heart space center, coming, returning to where it is, for being in this time, this space. And then we thank all of the ancestors, all of the teachers, all of those who have walked this way and become wisdom holders, who have opened up those ways and have taught me since I was a wee one. For that gratitude and thanks, I pass on this knowledge to you so that their medicine and their beingness continues to live on as we pass it on generation to generation to generation to provide a lens of how one might walk in this world. With gratitude and thanksgiving, Shade. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Awesome job, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Again, my name is Marita, one who catches lightning with the path of Ish. I'm over here in the Mystic Curanderismo page. I've got a small little YouTube thing that I just repost these to. I've got a website. I got all the things. I even started... I said I'd never, don't ever say never, a little TikTok just to do quick 1 minute, 45-second videos of the tone of the day. So if you want every day to know what tone and the calendar is, follow me there on TikTok. I also have Instagram, wherever you want. I'm trying to get this out there. So please join the circle in any way that you can. Also, we are in the admission phase for the Path of Ish mystery school called the Jaguar tree. It is a 6-month to 1 year commitment. We've been able to narrow down what would be, you would receive 4 years of teaching in 6 months, because you don't have to fly back and forth and take time off of work. Everything's on the weekends. Right, courses are live. Nothing is just you go on your own. So we create a live, right, on Zoom, circle where we sit in the circle and we teach multiple traditions in an oral fashion as it has been handed down to me. We have an amazing crew of mentors that are also there to help hold the circle, which you can learn from. And you get access to me one-on-one. It's one of the only ways to get access to me one-on-one. And we meet monthly, you and I, to talk, to heal, to learn, to be heard, to be witnessed. And this is really a path if you really want change, if you really are wanting to heal. So there's a big warning label on it. So if you are interested, #Jaguar, and I will send you a link to the application. After you apply, I do send emails back. I will invite you, some of you, to the next step to have a face-to-face on Zoom with myself or with one of the mentors to see if this is the next step for you. That being said, I hope to see you in that circle or in any of the circles that I hold, including in our Patreon. We do moon ceremonies twice a month for less than $40. So wherever you're at, wherever you want to dip your toe in, know that you are welcome on the Jaguar path. If you hear Jaguar calling, if these teachings resonate with you, please join. One way or another, let us allow ourselves the knowledge. With gratitude and thanksgiving, this is Marita. They, them, I'm non-binary, just so you know. One who catches lightning. Please like, please share, and I hope to see you in the circle very soon. Bye, everyone.